what's going on? This is freaky. I didn't sign in for this. But that's when, like, again, dealing with the kids' spirits, anything that pops up like that, it can really get to you.
For me, one show that really hit home was Penhurst School in Pennsylvania, because, I mean, that's a story that was so important to tell again, because these are the least of our people, right? I mean, people with horrible mental disabilities that were treated in poor conditions. To be able to remind people, we're not talking about 100 years ago, 200 years ago, we're talking about 20 years ago. And just to be able to bring that up, patients that were actually still there that could talk about what the care was like, just, I mean, I was proud of that episode, just that we could tell that story again and remind everyone. So, God willing, it doesn't happen again.
Hey, this one's for John Zappis, and I'll get the last two questions here. But John, one of the things that we hear a lot in the field is about almost like an overlord spirit or entity that holds other spirits in place. And I don't know how much of that is BS or real. Can you answer that? Have you come upon locations where other spirits are being held there by either a ghost, or is it only by demonic that can hold those spirits in a place?
No, human spirit can also hold human spirit in place. One thing I've changed my theory on, and it took a long time, is that if a person was a mean, rotten, abusive person, and they were into all kinds of different things, they gain a lot of strength. And in the spirit world, they're going to be the same way. So they can be a very dominant human spirit that can hold, ghosts or other spirits within that area, but you can also have, in conjunction with nature spirit, demonic spirit, entities of different things that can hold spirit. So a lot of times in these locations, you're going to have multiple spirit that can intertwine with these things, and even like Zach was saying earlier, be careful, guys, because they can trick you. So there's usually multiple in these types of locations. Does not always mean that, quote unquote, it is something demonic.
You guys were up at the Hornet. Did you go across the bay to the Alcatraz, or will you?
No, we tried. It was expensive as hell. Yeah, that's the problem. See, the upside of all of these shows is that we get to see some of the coolest, craziest haunted locations on the planet. But now every haunted location that's attached to a gift shop suddenly decides that instead of letting you come in to help promote them, they now want $25,000 a day to have you come help promote them. Yeah. So this is the episode of the Queen Mary. Sorry. Did you hear that, YouTube and the Queen Mary? All right. We have our final question. Oh, we'll get one more after this. So it's fine. One more for us, sir.
Got about 30 minutes left.
She's my good friend.
I got 56.
She's my buddy. I gave her that hat at, why don't I ever remember that? Yeah, Easter State hat.
They won't let me put on more than 10 and I can't get
do you guys film those parts where it's not really you guys on camera, but it's like reenactments of things that happened?
We don't. We have another crew that films the reenactments, and we do that to give you a better visual of what they're talking about. You know what I mean? When we go there, we like to recreate being in the battle scene. And a lot of people are like, oh, they're just having fun, they're being silly. We do that for a purpose. We want to feel that experience. So when we interview these people, we just want to put a visual reference for the viewers at home to see what they're really talking about, so they can try and, experience their experience better. And ultimately, we're there to help these people we're interviewing.
When you say you research locations, and where do you go to gather that information?
Yeah. Come on, Jeff.
We go to tons of sources. We start with the location. We look for local historians, people who've had experiences at the location. Every source available. Local authors, local historians, historical societies, Library of Congress, you name it. We can uncover anything about the past that can add to the haunting we want to know about.
Guys, I just want to say we have a couple guests here that I want everybody to say hello to. We just did a big episode at the Pico House in Los Angeles. And we invited our friends at Hollywood Ghost Hunters, and a couple of them came with us. Rick McCollum, who's the founder. They're the Hollywood Ghost Hunters because Rick is also a stuntman and also an actor, and then also R.A. Mihailoff. You better know him from Leatherface and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. But I want to thank all of you for coming here and hanging out with us. I hope that if you didn't see a full-bodied apparition right in front of you, or you heard some kind of crazy whisper in your ear, that you learned something. And I personally want to thank Jeff Bolanzer, and I want to thank Mark and Debbie Constantino. I love these people. Chris Fleming is awesome. No. Bill Chappell, John Zaffis, Billy Tolley, and of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Dave Schrader. Who's go running tonight? You guys ready to have some fun? Got some awesome leaders here. We got a lot of evidence last night, so I'm ready to get out of this weird room and be where I'm better acquainted, and that's in pure darkness with a lot of spirits, and there's a lot of that here. All right, thank you. Quick question, I need you guys to mention for 1 second. Has anybody found a Nikon D300 camera?